Hey, what's up guys? My name is S and welcome back to another episode of Survarium. In this video I'm going to talk about the upcoming 0.46 update, give a little bit of a preview, my thoughts on the update. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first major thing of the 0.46 update is the reduction of the number of tiers. Currently there are 10 tiers in the game and this will be reduced to just 5. What this means is that multiple tiers will be combined into a single tier, and this should in theory drastically speed up the match search time, and on top of that it will hopefully decrease the amount of matches you will fight against bots, because now more people from different tiers combined into one will search for the same kind of game. So that's, I think, really good. Of course we already had the reduction from 15 to 10 almost a year ago, and that worked out really well in my opinion. Hopefully everything will be balanced. That's my major concern, that it won't be balanced, so hopefully they will fix that and hopefully it will be balanced, because otherwise it will be a little bit of a problem. Another cool thing I think is that you can now use more different guns within one tier, because currently I think a really big problem is that, for instance, if you fight in tier 8, let's say, tier 7 is actually still kind of fine, but tier 6 is just not doable because that gun is just, the damage is way too low and also the armor penetration is really low compared to tier 8 gear and weapons. So hopefully this will mean that there are more viable guns to use in a set tier. I am really excited for this feature and I can't wait until it's live. And they also said that all of the progression you already have in a certain faction, in a certain tier, will be carried over to the new system. It all will be calculated. So let's say if you're tier 9, it will scale back to probably 4.5 or something in the new system, which I think is really nice. So in theory, you wouldn't lose any progression. Hopefully this will still mean that we'll get gear spread out over the different levels, because I think it would really suck if you need to wait from tier 4 to 5 to get your gear, especially if tier 4 to 5 is gonna take as long as tier 8 to 10 right now, because that is insanely long. So hopefully they will spread out some gear throughout the tier 4 tier and all of the other tiers as well. And one more thing is that now also the PPSH, the Mosin and the lever action, the rifle will all get attachments, so that's really nice as well. Currently we don't have any confirmation on the new tiers, but what I've seen on the forums, it will probably be something like this, what you can see right now on the screen. And this also means that there will be more different kinds of weapons overall in any set tiers, so that's also really good. Then the second thing is the gear system will be redesigned. So with the new update, gear will be split into 3 main categories, at least the armor. It will be split into light, medium and heavy. So no more set value for the armor penetration, it will just be medium, light and heavy. As well as the protection against explosives will also be reworked a little bit. And all of the combined weight of your equipment and weapons will directly impact the speed of your character movement, so that's quite interesting. Hopefully you won't be able to run as fast as you currently can, because sometimes it's just ridiculous how fast you can move, especially if you have very low gear. And maybe the coolest thing is that you will now get bonuses depending on what gear you're wearing. So for instance, if you're all wearing the same set of armor, you will get a drastic increase in something. We're not 100% sure what. So hopefully it's gonna be like anomaly protection or extra bandages or extra ammo or something. I think it will be really cool. Maybe it will be extra XP or extra rubles or even extra faction level. It would also be kind of cool. I'm really excited for this redesigned gear system. Then the third thing is actually also a really major game changer, and that's the change in the weapon settings. So basically they're gonna totally rework the weapons and how they work. All of the weapons get unique characteristics like armor penetration, penetration through materials, chance of bleeding, stopping power, running speed, speed of aiming, accuracy from the hip, recoil of the first shot, that's definitely really interesting, and some more things. And certain characteristics will only apply to certain types of weapons. So for instance, sniper rifles will have a very high chance of bleeding, whereas other rifles probably won't have that, as well as LMGs I can imagine will have a really high penetration level. I'm also gonna change the recoil system, and now every single gun in the game will have a unique recoil profile for that gun, so that's really cool. It also will have a first shot accuracy, and depending on like how many shots you fire, the amount of recoil will be increased the longer you pull the trigger, so it will hopefully be more viable to shoot in bursts. Pretty cool. I hope this will allow for a little bit more skill in the game instead of just spray and pray. And as far as I understand, the random scatter pattern or the dispersion will be removed totally. And also this whole new system will hopefully prevent the use of macros, which can definitely be a major issue in the game. A lot of people complain about macros on the forums, so hopefully that will be fixed. And also the bullets fly exactly where they're looking. And also they say that the weapons dispersion will be brought in line with the real life counterparts. So for instance, a gun that has a lot of recoil in real life will also have a lot of recoil in the game. Quite nice. Hopefully they'll also scale the damage and range. I don't know, I think it's really cool. Hopefully all of the guns will feel a little bit more unique or a little bit more special. I feel like currently they already feel quite special, though some of the guns do feel very similar, so hopefully with this new update they will feel a little bit different. Then we have some changes to the in-game supplies. So first of all, the grenades will have a higher chance of penetrating through obstacles and materials. And also they'll have a higher chance of breaking your limbs, so breaking your arms, breaking your legs, all that kind of stuff. I think it's cool, though I hope it won't lead to any nade spam, because that can be really annoying. Though I feel like especially in the higher tiers, grenades can be a little bit underpowered, so hopefully they will fix that. And on top of that they will introduce 2 extra medkits, and the current medkits will undergo some changes. They don't say what medkits will be added, so I'm really interested in seeing that as well. And the anesthetic is gonna be a consumable as well. The healing totem will now also yield protection from damage. Really curious to see how that will work out. As well as traps will always break your legs. So currently there was only a chance of breaking your legs, and now they will always break your legs, which I think makes them a little bit more viable to use, hopefully a little bit more powerful. And then the final thing for the supplies is that multiple supplies are gonna be changed a little bit, as well as the parent factions they have been assigned to, so meaning that certain things that are assigned now to, for instance, Black Market will be assigned to the French settlers. Then the next major game feature is the new weapon FOV system, which I think is really good. I've been complaining quite a lot about this game not having an FOV slider, and honestly I think every single PC game should have one. And I think the default FOV for Survarium is really low. I think it's only like 65, maybe 70. And personally it makes me feel a little bit motion sick from time to time. As far as I understand it, is that the new weapon FOV will only apply to aim down sights. So not the overall FOV, but only when you aim down sights. From the screenshots we see, it looks actually quite nice. The guns overall will look a little bit smaller, but now when you aim down sights you can see much more of the surrounding and also can see your target much better, which I think is really good. Though I still hope in the future that we'll get a overall field of view slider. I think that's really a thing that every PC game should have. And then the last information we currently have on the 0.46 update is the map variation. So we currently already have, of course, different types of weather in the game. It can be raining, it can be sunny, it can be anything in between. But now we'll get a little bit more variations. So they show a little bit on school, where for instance in one match there will be a truck, in another match there will be some trees just totally blocking off the road from A to C. I think it's gonna be really epic. I hope that there will be multiple of these spots on every single map, so in total there will be on any map like 5 or 6 different kinds of situations. I think this is gonna be really cool. I think it's also a really smart move, because they can almost introduce more different maps without actually making more maps. So I think it will be really nice to see, and I'm definitely really excited to see how it's gonna play out and if there are actually more tactics to the game. Also talking about corridors maybe being blocked in a certain version of the map. I think that's really cool as well, because then you can't go that way. You need to find another route. And also some map related stuff is that there will be now more ammo refill points. I think that's really cool as well, because there are currently only 2, one in your base and one in the enemy's base, and you can't unfortunately use the enemy's ammo stash, which kind of sucks. Not a lot of people are actually carrying the portable ammo stash, so I think it will be really nice having more ammo points scattered throughout the map. As well as that, the refill time has been halved. That's really nice, because currently it was quite long and took you out of battle quite a bit. To prevent abuse, they will have kind of a cooldown time, so you can only refill your ammo when that cooldown timer has reset. But other than that, you should be able to refill your ammo unlimited amount of times, and hopefully also a lot quicker. So all in all, I think this is gonna be a really cool update. I'm really excited to see the new tier system. I hope they can balance it out, because if it isn't balanced, that will suck really hard. Also very curious to see the new bonus system, how it works if you have multiple pieces of the same set. I'm not sure if they mean like the actual same set, or the same faction. Will be really interesting to see as well. Unfortunately, don't have a set release date for this update, and also there's no set release date for the PTS, though Joe Wilburn said on the forums that it will probably be this week, so if I do get the chance to play on the PTS, I'll definitely make a video about that, because I'm really interested in seeing the new FOV. Also, there will be some small changes to battery retrieval mode. The battery has now health, so whenever it's dropped, the health will slowly drop down. I can even damage the battery by shooting it and throw grenades at it, so that will be really interesting as well. Overall, I'm really excited for 0.46. Let me know what you think of this video. Please leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.